Well, hello, everybody. Welcome here or welcome back, whatever the case may be. We're listening to magical forest music, as I so often do. And today is sort of like this enchanting, magical forest music, although they are all in some way enchanting. I am rendering um, a makeup video to go up, and I'm going to be making another one tonight. I'm going out for karaoke. I haven't done that in a while. And today is going to be inspired by daisies. Not that I'm going to draw daisies on my face, but that is the inspiration of the day. And I don't have fluid. So I'm going to pause and I will come back with some fluid. So I am getting ready, as we have established. I have no idea what I'm going to be singing tonight. I don't know what kind of mood I'm in beyond daisies. It's very warm here. I hope this little fan I have attached to my computer to keep me sort of cool. Um, I'm hoping that that doesn't interfere with the sound. I have enough trouble with sound with what I do. I hope if I put a drop, yes. You can tell the difference between the dry hand on face skin or the slippery wetness of this hydrants boost. I have a shaved neck, so I'm going to put a little down here too. So I hope everybody is having a wonderful, wonderful day. It's time to get into a bit of a Zen mode and decide what are the colors. Okay, so it's black, white, yellow. Not very inspiring, but okay. I'm gonna put on, I haven't done that in a while, I'm gonna put on my NYX pore filler. I do not have the neatest packages of things because, well, I use them and it's really, I wasn't expecting them to be for show ever. But it does start, oh, dropped a piece. It does start making you hyper aware of regular routine habits that one does that they don't think about. You know, you just go about your day-to-day life, and you know, if things like that get dirty, they get dirty. I don't really think about it, but it is indicative of the trouble I have keeping my hands clean and then contaminating my face. I'm getting a message from the Wizard of Oz hair and makeup people. Yes, that's coming up soon. That I'm going to help in a few days when I can scrape together enough time to be able to get myself out there, be able to help them, and get back, you know, without it interfering with other things that I have already scheduled in my life. So sometimes things just don't fit as well. This is where if you had a car, but if I had a vehicle in here, it's not worth the extra expense of month of storing it, like of having to pay for parking spaces and gas and upkeep and all of that other stuff. It's public transit just makes a lot more sense. If I lived in a country, I would have a vehicle, but it'd be very reliable, useful, and cost effective. It would be for whatever I need it for out there. Now, let me move on. I'm going to take the black and white jumbo crayons, right? And I'm going to start with the black. I'm going to start with the black. And I'm going to put it up here. And apparently right down there. Not the worst place for it to go. Try to more or less do the same thing on that side, but you still can when you're trying to do a mistake on purpose. That's okay, actually, I think. Don't normally do that. This brush is already kind of dark, so I'm just gonna. I don't want to take it away. But I don't want it caked on there either. Okay, so that is across from there, which is kind of where I want the dark to go anyway. So maybe that makes sense to let it be that way. Now, I'm gonna put in the white, and it's gonna go here. Make sure I'm not contaminating that up while I put it in the clean areas. And that is not what I wanted to have happen. That's the first time that's ever happened with me with one of these, and this is not my first usage of these things. I think I was pressing a little hard, or it's because of the heat that's here. It's more likely than not to be the case. So yeah, this is the one that I dedicate for white. Trying to make a little bit of a gray up in there. Now I should put my eyebrows on first. That would probably be the smart thing. Now, that's not the one. That's the one. Now, I know that people appreciate when I do things that are relaxing, and I strive to have everything be relaxing. Sometimes, like many other people, I get a little bit excited for various reasons, various things. Sometimes silly little things get me all excited. Sometimes big, huge things that people expect some grand reaction barely registers, right? And that doesn't mean I'm not excited. It just means that some things elicit a visible reaction, and other things it's more an internal excitement. You know, like almost like a controlled chaos in some ways. You know, it's very much the same as, you know, when I laugh. I have various laughs, and people go, "Oh, that's not spontaneous." It's like I only laugh if it's spontaneous. I have never faked a laugh. there's there's no point, right? No point in faking a laugh. But sometimes I will snort. There's certain things that make me snort laugh. That's a rarity. Some things make like a guffaw, right? Like I've had all of those individual types of laugh. Mostly, I chuckle, right? Like that is my standard, I find something amusing and entertaining, and it's genuine. But sometimes the extreme reactions, and people go, oh, that's fake. And there's nothing fake about it. See, one of the things I really should invest in is better lighting. Because what I'm looking at is different lighting on both sides of my face all the time. And sometimes above, sometimes below, but it's just, it shifts around and it's very inconsistent. See, if I had things on my hands beforehand, that's how I transfer them. Transfer them. Transfer them. I've only been speaking for the better part of 60 years. One would think I would be better at it sometimes, you know? There's chunks of things falling all over me today. It's like my own personal meteor shower of makeup bits. But as long as it's just on my face and not out there in the world, I'll be happy to take a non-meteor shower disaster. Just in case things are falling on here that I can't tell. Don't want to smear them on. And just to be on the safe side, I don't really have any good cleanser handy, so I just have this spray alcohol just to sanitize things. But I find it's pretty good for taking the little makeup residue that I get on my hands away. Am I going to do it just with? That I am, aren't I? That I am. Bring it out. The gosh, not gonna necessarily have it fall down. I have the gosh FX, EFFECTS, effect, pigment powders, and I don't see yellow, but they transform, and I've never been happy with the yellow. Even my MAC. Down here is where I keep certain special things like my Lise Wattier glitters, my MAC glitters. I even have these that I've never put on and used, little red hearts hollow on the other side. But I have my MAC yellow. And I didn't get a bunch of things. I just went in looking for a yellow, and so I bought, quite literally, an individual yellow. So it just comes in a refill pan. I just use it out of here for the amount of times I use it. So I'm just going to take a little brush, this little brush here, and I'm going to try and I'm just going to do this. See, it's not very intense. Like, I try to build it up as much as I can. Now, I really need to put this over a yellow base. I should have taken my yellow Quo Beauty paint-like thing in the yellow and maybe put that there. Like, put the white and then put the yellow here. and then put this over that, but we'll find out. That is so often the way I learn. Like I start doing something and going, oh, in the middle of it, oh, it would be better if I had done this. And then the next time I go to do it, I often forget what it was that I think I should have done differently. Although putting this over the white base is definitely better than putting it over top of just primer or concealer. It looks different on the black than it does on the white too, which is interesting. But you still see it on the black, but it's very different. Hmm. Okay, now I'm gonna put this away. And one of these sides has a hole and the other side has the plastic. So I make sure the side that the hole here goes on the plastic side there, and then I close it up and put it away until the next time. And now let's see what I can do with some of these light colors. Because what is this one called? I can never tell. Oh, is this the kiwi? I can't tell what that is. Am I holding it up the right way? Will it focus? It looked like it's focusing this time, but I can't read it from here. So hopefully other people can see what that is. Oh, I haven't used this one yet. And the cap is on. So let's see. I'm just trying to take what is on there before I try to pull that cap off. Because they are so dusty. Okay, let's take this off. Which side? Is it this side? It's this side. So for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I've tried 13 different colors. Possibly 14, because I think one of them may have already not had the cap on. Oh, that bumps up the yellow. It's like a flavor enhancer, but for color. So if that's the case, green will go with anything like flowers, right? Foliage always goes with flowers. So I've got a couple of choices of things. I think this one is going to go better with the yellow based on absolutely nothing other than my random ass beliefs. Yeah, like you could literally take just two different colors on your eyes and then put this between them and it would just blend them. Like this product, not this color specifically. But it literally just joins one thing to the next thing. But they're not super dark. They're just these light, bright, transformative. Now, the blue is pretty deep. They are so buildable. And I think I'm going to quit while I'm ahead on the color part of that. Oh, but I can still blend. Didn't mean to clap so loud. Je m'excuse. I take my epic liner. I normally do it up here. shape of them today. Don't want the wet and wild black on my little brush. So I'm going to take it on my stamping brush, which is where I usually use it. Because I can stamp in here, and I can stamp in here. I think this is my diamond one again. I just need my coal liner, my Lancome. White again. And that means it is time for concealer. Now I know I've done it with one concealer. Now I might regret going back to the Smashbox, but I've never tried just the Smashbox. Still got product in it. Yeah. And we'll see. I was going to take my small brush, but I think I've done pretty good just that. Then I'm going to take the small brush just to make sure it's evenly distributed. It's very different than the peach one, but I think this one matches my skin tone more. But I like the other one for the brightening. That means I'm on to BB cream. Let's see if I can get enough out of this without having to put more on. Yeah, I think that's enough to do what I do. We'll find out. Let's see. I definitely want powder. And since I have still got some of this to use out, even though it's over 35 years old. Okay, let's see if take the same technique, take the excess off on my hand. And I mean, it's a perfectly fine translucent powder. I mean, nothing special to write home about. But, 35-year-old powder's 35-year-old powder. But it'll be nice to actually use it up, and that's what I'm trying to do now. I keep going with the powders that I like better. And that is not the way to use up the powder that you have. So I'm getting a little bit mesmerized here just by the rhythmic beat down of the face. That is the most sparing amount of powder I've been able to put under my eyes. So, trying different things. So it's the same kind of shape, but I don't normally do this. This is very different. Now I do think I do want a little bit of something else in there. I don't know what though. I don't know what. Oh, this got a lid on it. Haven't tried this one. Oh, and I don't know if she has either. Doesn't look very messy under there. We will find out what it's like. Use a little pigment shaker. And now it's got stuff in the cap. It looks like a deep kind of teal color. I don't want to go overboard. I really don't. But I'm so obsessed with these things. Right, obsessed. Hmm. Now, just time to do the little jumbo stick. And keep it simple. So that's all I'm doing today. So until the next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.